Hey, greetings everybody and welcome to Conflict Radio. Today is, let me see here, it's December 19th, 2024. We've got 6 days to go until Christmas. I hope you guys are doing well. I see that there's a bunch of people in the chat. We've been chatting it up a little bit. Jersey Dolphins, how you doing? Little lady Katie, how's everything going? Not Quite Human is here. I see Undead Jed, Davy Jones Locker, Dr. Strangelove is in the house. Let's see. I saw Blue Chicken, the Bat Mom, Robert Bell is here. How you doing? I know Robert likes the audio very well. John Dorch is here. True Crime, Cars and Guitars. How are you doing? And let's see. I guess that's all we've got in here so far. At least it's commenting on thing. The Happy Plague Doctor is here. Boltman isn't real. How are you guys doing today? Wow, there's just people piling in here. Welcome to the show, guys. I really do appreciate you popping in for our season 2 finale. Let's see, I've got Rick here. I'm going to go ahead and drop this curtain down here, and I'm going to say hello to you guys real quick. Rick, if you can hear me, hang on a second, buddy. I'm going to bring you in, but it does look like it's off your face a little bit, so you're going to want to back that camera out. There you go. That's better. All right, hang on a second. Let me I can see here. I got to get rid of this thing. There we go. All right, you guys see the shirt I got on? Conflict Radio, check it out. The Conflict Radio t-shirt, long sleeve for the winter. You know, I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't had any price increases in 4 years on this merchandise. And I'm going to be tearing it all down and redoing it probably in a few weeks at the beginning of next year. And we're going to be doing some new designs. So if you guys want to get in there on the Conflict Radio merch, this is the old stuff. This is the old stuff from 2020. It's COVID era stuff. And we got a ton of people in here. We're going to talk about some really cool stuff. I see, let's see if there's anybody else in here. No, nobody news in here. Other one, nice t-shirt. Grab it up, guys. It's down the store. The link is right there on your YouTube screen. I guess I'll put it in the description later. I don't know if it's there or not. I don't know. I don't pay attention to it. I don't really sell much. So we're going to talk about New Jersey drones a little bit tonight. It is our season finale. We were going to do a season finale. We had Laura Eisenhower scheduled. She had to take off to Belize down to South America for a little while. So we're going to get her back on for the beginning of season 3. I didn't want to, she's not going to be back till after the holidays. And I wanted to wrap up season 2 before the new year, so I could take a couple week break before the holidays and everything else. Wanted to hang out, and man, what a crazy time we're living in. You guys see all these drones flying over New Jersey? Let me bring my buddy in here. I got a friend of mine, Rick. He's from New Jersey. I'm gonna add him to the stage here. Rick, how you doing, man? Can you hear me?
Hey, long time no see, my friend.
Rick, I used to live in New Jersey, everybody, and Rick was my bartender. My wife and I used to go see this guy every night for what, like 5-6 years?
Long time.
It's been a long time, man, but we've stayed in touch. You're up in New Jersey. I was trying so hard to get in touch with you like the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so, trying to be like, oh my God, I got to get Rick on the show. He's up in New Jersey. Let me get Rick on. Rick, what's going on up there, man? You seeing drones in the sky?
Yeah, there's something going on. I can't really put my finger on what they're up to. Naturally, me as well as most people up here, we don't trust it. Something's fishy. We're not getting a lot of answers, and a lot of times, when stuff like this is happening, I'm not usually looking at just the drones. I'm kind of looking for the story they're not telling us.
You mean like they're looking for a nuke?
Oh, yeah, maybe, or maybe some kind of chemical warfare. So I don't know, but I feel like this is the old, as I like to call it, the Kansas City shuffle. They're like, hey, look this way while we go this way. Something stinks to the high heavens. I feel it in my senses, and a lot of people around here in Jersey do too. And a lot of people are kind of not scrambling, but kind of on edge. And maybe that's what they want. I don't know. But we are, and it's causing a lot of distrust and a lot of anxiety up here.
Now, you're a bartender. Can we say where you bartend? Are you allowed to talk about it? You still at the same place?
Yeah, still the same place. I mean, it's fine. I don't mind. Yeah, we're right outside in Jersey, outside of Philly. House of Brews, great. If you like craft beer, it's a great spot.
What's the name of the place?
House of Brews,
Yeah,
and
I wasn't gonna say it.
yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's I'm not worried about it. It's a great spot. A lot of I call it the Cheers of South Jersey, and
It is,
yeah,
man, it really is.
really is. Everybody knows your name, and we all know each other, and it's a kind of a big community. So, and you were a big part of it for a long time, and your family worked there with me for a period of time.
Yeah, yeah, we had, our son work there, and then our niece worked there. She worked there
Yeah,
for a while. Taylor and Dylan, they were there for a long time. I think Taylor was there forever.
yeah, long time.
Yeah, yeah, so, a lot of my family lived there. I mean, it's time to get going, but have you personally seen anything?
I did. I saw one night. I mean, I would assume it's a drone. It didn't look like anything I was used to seeing in the sky. Um, I wasn't so much out there hunting for it, but I think by this point, if you're anywhere in New Jersey, you've seen it at some point. I mean, or them. I mean, it's been all over the place, up and down New Jersey.
What
Not
do they
really
look
sure.
like, man?
Almost like I mean, they're bigger than what you would think, like the toy drones we use, like that we mess around with out in our yards. A little bigger. It's just it looks like a giant toy. I mean, it's the best way I can. I don't know. I'm not the most technologically educated person as far as mechanical stuff like that. It just kind of looks like a big toy to me.
Well, like
Yeah,
a they're saying that they're the size of cars.
yeah. I mean, they're big. They're definitely, and I'm kind of surprised too. With the size of them, and I say this. I'm not encouraging any of it. Um, I'm shocked that nobody's a lot of people aren't trying to take these things. I don't know. I'm shocked that you know as much anxiety and some fear that's going on up here. I'm shocked more people aren't getting more aggressive with these things.
Well, I mean, New Jersey is one of those states where you're actually not allowed to own weapons, unlike where I'm at now in Alabama. It's like a candy store every time I go to the gun shop. I mean,
Well,
it's
we we
it's
we
awesome down here, man. The gun shops are awesome.
well, you can own weapons up here.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta perform for the
Yeah,
circus act for the
jump
police
through the
department,
hoops.
and everything else. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous what they're doing in New Jersey. That's why I'm not there anymore. I mean, God bless you guys for being up there. Everybody asks me how long ago I moved to Huntsville, Alabama. I tell them my wife and I escaped communism about 8 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you saw my Facebook post the other day. I put a funny meme. It showed what people in New Jersey look like looking at the drone. You see people with their cameras facing, and then it shows what people in the South would look like looking at the drones. And you see them all, pointing their rifles and whatnot at them. So it was kind of tongue in cheek, little, chuckle.
It's definitely true, man. I mean, they don't want to. They're not flying around the southern states, are they?
No, and that's curious to me as to why specifically New Jersey. And I mean, I guess parts of Pennsylvania are starting to now, but it was strictly New Jersey, which is, makes us question even more. Like, something's rotten in Denmark. Something doesn't add up.
It's
And
gotta be the talk of the town as a
oh,
bartender at a
every
place in New Jersey. It's gotta be what everybody's talking about. And what about
everybody,
the nuclear material they said that went missing out of the port of Newark?
right? And my thing is, how how is that allowed to happen? I mean, is as
Yeah.
tight as we are as a country and being able to lock stuff down, like how does that happen? That seems like a bad sci-fi movie waiting to happen.
It definitely does. Well, I mean, we've all seen the sum of all fears, right?
Right.
Q talked about that in his post. I don't know if you know who he is at all, but Q definitely pointed that out about 5-6 years ago. And he's said to be operating with Project Looking Glass. You know what that is?
I'm not sure. Refresh my
It's like a quantum computer that can read future predictions and
okay.
based on everything else. It's I don't know, it changes timelines and stuff
Wow.
Like we're on a different timeline now. Like there's a timeline where Trump didn't turn his head and got his head blown off, and the
Like a
timeline we're
Mandela
on,
effect.
yeah, exactly, something like that. We're on a totally different timeline. So if we're on the Trump is here timeline, I got a feeling that we've got what a month until the inauguration's supposed to happen. I mean, they're looking at. I mean, false flag center is coming, man. I mean,
Any any thoughts on Project Bluebeam or anything now? You think anything like that might, or that's way different?
I think I think that's coming. I think that
Okay.
a lot of that's like this Lou Elizondo and George Knapp and those guys. They're promoting the Project Bluebeam stuff. They're putting their feet out there. They're getting all of the traction on the UFO material and everything else, so that when things do happen, everybody turns to them for the answers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Yep.
when Lou Elizondo releases a book and he's immediately on CNN and MSNBC and Fox News and all of these, legacy media, deep state media programs, you got to know something's up. The fix is
Definitely.
in. So,
Definitely.
you know, uh, it's interesting what's going on. I honestly think the whole thing's a psyop, and they don't want to tell people that they're looking for a nuke.
I think you might be right. And shout out to my best friend Terry was saying the same thing. I think especially the fact that we're only seeing them at nighttime, because maybe with the drones, whatever, I don't know, nuclear material, whatever, maybe they have a way to scan the area better for nuclear material at night, but you're sure as hell not seeing them during the daytime. I'll tell you that.
This weird. Where are they coming from? It seems like they said that. I've been hearing reports that some of them are coming up out of the Delaware River,
Yeah.
along
Oh,
the Schuylkill. Some are coming up out of the ocean.
that's what
You know,
that's
uh,
what they're saying.
it's weird, man. It's weird. How many have you seen? Where are you at specifically? Where you're seeing them in Williamstown,
Well,
or is it another town near there?
actually, I mean, a lot of New Jersey. I mean, you can kind of throw a rock at any town in New Jersey, and you're going to see one, or somebody has seen one. There's not many places now that haven't. And like you said, the talk of the town. I mean, I talk to people from all over, from Philly and all over Jersey. I mean, everyone's seeing them at some point, and in different areas. It's not just one isolated area. It's all over this whole area.
Yeah, another thing to look for too, do you see they just today came out with the no-fly zone for the drones?
Oh, is that
Like
right?
there's a drone no-fly zone now. So if anybody flying these drones in the no-fly zone that just came out today, they're going to shoot them down.
Some people spoke of maybe, and now I didn't personally see or experience this, but some would say experience them spraying stuff or emitting something. I don't know, the legitimacy of that, but I also don't think it's too far fetched either. Now, I don't know if that's something that helps locate, chemical, nuclear, whatever type of material. I don't know, and I don't know. I can't say that I've seen that, but I have heard a lot of speculation, people saying things like that.
So what you saw from your first-hand account, what you saw, it was a drone, or could it have been
Well,
was it an orb looking thing?
no, definitely not
Could
an
it have
orb.
been a UFO?
So where I saw it from in the house, sitting in the bedroom on the side of the bed, kind of not even looking for it, just kind of glanced out the side window, and I see something, and I'm like, wow, that's not a plane. And then well, it's probably one of those drones, and it was almost to the point now, because we were, I don't know, weekend, or where I kind of was just like ho hum, like, well, it's probably just drone. I even said to my wife, I'm like, I think I just saw a drone, and okay. And it's become, kind of okay. I didn't go out. I didn't inspect it. It didn't look like an orb or a UFO. And I know some people laugh when I say I have seen orbs and I have seen UFOs more than once, and at close range for some stuff. So it definitely wasn't like things I've seen in the past in that sense. It definitely looked controlled, and in a weird way, if I could say, like human made, if you can see what I'm saying with that, almost like you could see a UFO in some senses and think, okay, that's man made, and see one and think that's not ours. The thing I saw, now mine was 15 seconds maybe out of a window on the side of my bedroom. And but it definitely didn't strike me as I think that's alien technology, whatever it was. Like, my spidey sense would say that's human made, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not an expert.
How low was it about, do you think?
It wasn't extremely high, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if I really wanted to, mess around and go out with a
You
something
could
to
you could
take
say it.
sight at it, I probably could have hit it. It wasn't like a plane. It wasn't 35,000 or whatever, 50,000 feet off the ground. That I'll tell you that much.
That's crazy. That's so crazy, man. I can't even imagine being up there for all this. I mean, I have you been like tempted to be like, look, sweetie, we gotta pack the kids up and get the fuck out of here.
To be honest with you, no. And I hope it doesn't get to that. And I'm kind and like I said, I'm a very protective person, and I like to think my instincts are pretty good. Definitely
Uh-huh.
really good fight or flight instincts. I haven't gotten that feeling. I don't know if others have. I haven't heard of anybody fleeing or getting scared to that point. I hope it doesn't get to that point. But right now, no, I haven't felt that, and I haven't really talked to like you were saying too. I talk to people all day, every day in this area that have experienced. I haven't really gotten that sense where anybody's gotten fearful and like I got to get out of here. That's not the overwhelming
Yeah.
sense I'm getting
What are
from the.
some of the could you tell us some of the stories that you're hearing at the bar? Like
Really, it's just a lot of it becomes kind of joking, where people are just laugh about it, and you're not. I'm not picking up much fear. I'm not getting a ton of anger. It's kind of in a joking sense right now, and hopefully it stays that way, where people are like, "Oh," but in that same sense, people when they're talking about it, definitely there's mistrust towards the government slash media, where they're like,
yeah.
"Look, I ain't buying what you're selling. I know you're pissing on my fucking head and telling me it's raining. Everybody knows something's going on, and nobody's trusting with the bullshit they're trying to feed us up here. Everybody's kind of like, well, we know they're up to something. We just don't know what it is." Um, and that's
Yeah,
kind of the
a
overwhelming
lot of it
sense.
yeah, a lot of it too could be just like a false flag thing to try to get some kind of regulation passed through the Congress or through the Senate to restrict civilian use of these things so that when World War III starts with China
Well,
and Russia, they have an excuse to, like, I mean, think about like what would happen if they were to shoot down one of these drones and it's the size of a freaking car, man, and it like crashes into somebody's house and kills like a wife and kid or something. I
well,
mean, they're gonna have to have liability in place to be able to, not get sued for something like that. And,
and, and,
in
and,
quite
and
honesty, if a war happens with Russia, World War III breaks out, we're gonna have to shoot these things down.
well, and that's the thing too is you know who do say that happens, who do we go after, because I feel like our government's like, well, they're not ours, we're not responsible, bullshit. But I say someone does take one down, it's like, okay, well, look, you just crashed my neighbor's house like you said and caused damage. Well, who am I going after for this? And that's a great question. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely nuts. Rick, I told you I'd keep you for like 20 minutes at the most, man. Thank you
Much
so much for coming
appreciated.
on. Why don't you
You,
tell everybody where they can find you? Guys, get over to Rick's channel and subscribe to his channel. He needs all the love he can get. He has 2 channels on YouTube. Rick's Beer Adventures on YouTube. If you want to know about beer, tell us a little bit about what you do on Rick's Beer Adventures.
well, that's just really, I just review craft beer from, all over the world and kind of give people description and maybe help if somebody wants to get into the craft beer world as opposed to the macro brews and kind of expand their palate and their taste buds. I just give some reviews and how you might get a hold of it and find it and, how good it is. And it almost like a food review site, except with craft beer. And, my other site is just, two birds, one show where me and my buddy Dieter, just longtime Navy guy, by the way, shout out, go Navy. Where we just talk about Philly sports. I know you're a big Giants fan, and craft
Well, that's
beer.
all right. I mean, I might have some Philly fans listening. Get over and subscribe to the Philadelphia Eagles channel or the Phillies or Flyers or 76ers, right? I mean, that's all right. We all have our teams.
Yeah, and like I said, it's two birds, one show. We just talk about Philly sports. It's uncensored. There's no producer saying. So we push the boundaries. You see the true passion of Philly sports incorporated with good craft beer, and and sometimes we expand and talk a little more. And I thank you for having me on your show. Your show's amazing. It's a great follow. So anybody just keep following this show. We need more shows like this and more people like you doing things like this. The society needs to start being aware, and your show helps spread really good knowledge. So please keep up the great work.
Yeah, it was all I could do to get you on tonight to talk about. I was trying to think like, who the heck do I know in Jersey that could come on a show and talk to me that's not afraid to be on YouTube? And man, you're the first guy to come to mind. Thanks so much for coming on. I'll have your links down in the description box below. Can you tell us what you're drinking now?
Well, right now I'm just going. I just got done saying I do craft beer. I don't drink a lot of macro, but this is macro. This is Moosehead Lager. This is a kind of beer I like to drink when I just want like a low ABV beer. A lot of the craft beers you drink a lot of times can be anywhere 7, 8, 9, 10%. They're strong. This is a light beer. It's something, you have one or two and you're kind of laid back, and so I drink that once in a while. But this I will never drink on Rick's Beer Adventures or Two Birds One Show. You'll never see that beer ever on those shows. So
that's awesome, Rick. Thanks so much for coming on, man. Give a shout out to your wife for me, man. And man, take care of them kids. I love watching you. Man, you're such a great dad, man.
Right back at you, brother. Much love, Big O.
All right, man. You be safe.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, guys. So that was my buddy Rick from New Jersey. He's given us a straight up, like what they're saying about the drones. And I'm going to go ahead and add this here to the mix. Let's see. How do I do this? Here we go. Let me throw up some of these videos here that are just insane. Some of these videos that are coming out of New Jersey. Look at this one. Now, this one looks like if you were to describe Ezekiel's wheel, right? Would that not be it? Just curious. Right? Here's let's see if I can get out of this. There we go. Here's the wheel here. It's described in the Bible. And look at it. Look at it there on the screen. That does not look man-made. I think that is something different. There's a whole bunch of these. This is obviously we start getting into videos like this and turn that volume down. Look at this. That's obviously something else there. That's not the New Jersey drone. Let's see here. All right, so we large. Here's one on the ring cam. Weird, guys. Look at this. We're seeing these drones being sprayed. Now this here,
Jesus loves me.
Oh man, I gotta watch the volume on these things. I heard somewhere that this was actually Venus out of focus. So I don't know if this is an orb or what. But another thing to think about with the drones is they could be throwing up all of these man-made drones just to have cover for a lot of stuff that's coming in. Remember, we had Courtney Brown on, and he said that beginning soon, they were going to flood us with sightings, that we were going to see sightings like crazy. And, we have reports of other drones that are getting near these things and then they lose power. There are reports of that they're running on a frequency that's undetectable. There are all kinds of weird things going on. Now here, this is the one.
Oh, there
now,
no
Joe Rogan posted
Quiet.
this.
Look
That's
at
a
it.
UFO,
Look at
dude.
it on the camera. It's like a dome.
That's a UFO.
Quiet.
What the
fuck? Like literally,
I'm gonna kill the audio on this because I don't know if they're gonna nail me with any kind of copyright or anything like that. I don't want to get hit with that. But Rogan shared this one, so we'll let this play a little bit. Let me look at some of your comments. What do you guys think is going on in New Jersey? Wheel in the sky keeps on turning, journeying. You know, you're exactly right. Plasmoids, Farsight, exactly, Preston Robert. Farsight called this out. You know, big shout out to Rick, guys, for coming on the show. I know we got a bunch of people in here. I will have his links down in the description box below, so do get over and subscribe to his shows because I mean, even if you don't, you know, subscribers are important. Even if you only watch one out of every 100 videos he puts up or something, you know, it's still important to subscribe to people's channel and you know, shout out to somebody who comes on Conflict Radio. So do give Rick some love. Really do appreciate that. And I don't know what's going on there. He posted this, I guess. Let's see what else we got here. Is this another one? Yeah, this is going a little crazy, isn't it? What's this thing? Let me hit that audio. Drones, orbs, plasmoids, Glocks and Grippers says, you know, there's definitely a lot of weird shit going on. Looks like this is a mashup of a whole bunch of different videos. I'm not going to watch this whole thing. It's like 7 minutes long. Yeah, here's a drone in Florida. You guys see this one? Uh-oh. Yeah, that's why drones don't fly over Florida. Look at this. What in the world is this? Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, see, this is over New Jersey. They're taking these from New Jersey. My kids hang at the bar. Sometimes it seems like orbs are trying to impersonate drones. Light anomaly. Yeah, maybe. Let me get out of here. Let's see what else we got.
That's crazy.
See, now what's going on here? It's like a... You know what this is? This guy's got like a light hanging from a drone here on like fishing line or something, and see how it moves as he moves the drone. He's like throwing the string around. So that's fake. Well, I mean, I can't say that. You see, YouTube will take me down, but I mean, it's pretty obvious what this is here. The guy's got like a string, a fishing line hanging off of his drone, with it, you know, tied to like a little LED light or something, and you could see how he's spinning it around with the thing. Nice try, buddy. Here's some out of the...
Here he is.
Here's some coming up out of the ocean. What did you guys think of the Iranian mothership story? Did you guys like that? Wasn't that nuts? All right, let's see. I was trying to get some other people in here, but I guess we're doing all right. Yeah, I don't think that, you know, that's one thing that we've definitely been running into, is that there's so much fake shit out there right now, right? How many scams and fakeness have we been witnessing in the past week or two? Well, probably a couple weeks. Here's this one stuck in a tree. You know, that's obviously not a UFO if it got stuck in a tree. Where was I reading today about how they're from China and see, look here, see, you start getting stuff like this, and it just blows my mind. Like, what in the world is really going on? Are they looking for a nuke? Are they trying to run interference for now? Look, see, that was a
That's fucking weird.
see the lights and have you guys been seeing the light flicker and stuff? Yeah, I think this is just a time lapse of like satellites and stuff going by. There's nothing that's taking a course that's, you know, they're all going in straight lines. So these are probably just satellites on a time lapse. But there's definitely some weird stuff happening out there. Like, well, I'll play that. They said that wasn't real either. Let's see. What was the buzzing noise? The night New Jersey stood still. I think, I honestly think they're looking for that nuke material. They're sniffers. And even I think Trump gave it away when he said they know exactly what's going on, but they're not, they know exactly what's going on, and he didn't know why they weren't telling anybody. And then somebody tried saying it was like an Iranian mothership, like off the coast in New Jersey, that was releasing the things. What a bunch of crap. The alien is going to invade from Iran. There's like some kind of
possible drone landing that happened yesterday. The search is.
Yeah, see, there's so much that's fake. Like, look, this was fake. This isn't real. Here's some rabbits fighting. Put this on just because. What the hell was that? Fear mongering. Exactly, Undead Jed. You got it. As we're gonna watch the rabbits fight. All right, so basically what's happening is this is the end of season 2, and we're gonna end seasons in December every year. And I'm gonna take a couple weeks, 2, 3 weeks or whatever, however long until I decide to, enough is enough, and then I'll come back. I'll get bored and not doing a show, and I'll come back and we'll start season 3. And season 3 will end in December next year, and we'll do season 4. I was wanting to do like a 4 or 5 hour show every night to of like some of the old stuff, that people could fall asleep to and stuff. But man, I've just been so damn busy, with Christmas and everything coming up. I'm sure you guys are too. I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday. I'm gonna be on. Let's see. Let me close this out, and I was a guest on a podcast, and she actually made me turn my camera and put the camera on my face. So if you guys want to see, uh, I guess the camera in my face, which is something we're gonna do for season 3. I'm gonna rearrange this office here. I'm gonna turn this off for a minute. Let me stop sharing for a minute. Stop sharing. Okay. I gotta rearrange this office thing, because if I put the camera over here, like on the monitor and stuff, my face literally takes up the entire screen. It's so annoying. I, I mean, it is what it is. I get a lot of shit, because I've got the camera up like this, and not just from you guys, but from guests too. They're like, "Oh, I can't, I feel like I'm talking to the side of you, blah, 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 blah." And I'm thinking, I mean, I don't know. It's radio. It's radio. It's supposed to be radio. It's conflict radio. I threw this on. season 1, we did 180 episodes. It was audio only. That's it. It was just audio, and nobody cared. 50-something thousand subscribers. It was just audio. I put the camera on over here. How you doing? And it's Conflict Radio. Pick up your shirt now. Now you know, right? They're great shirts. They really are. They're comfortable. They fit good. They're not tight around my neck. They're actually some of my favorite shirts. Actually, I think I got 3 or 4 of them. Different colors, long sleeve, short sleeve, whatever. My wife, she wears a hoodie to work every day, a Conflict Radio hoodie. And I know some of you guys picked up some stuff. I'm getting some pictures, but grab it because we're going to be changing some stuff in the store. Like I said, the prices haven't changed at all in probably 4 weeks or 4 years, but they're definitely going to change when I get to. Let me show you the channel I'm going to be on. I'm a guest. I think the episode comes out on. Let me mute that. The episode comes out on Tuesday, and it's a very emotional episode. Like she actually gets me to break down on it. Like I totally lost my shit, and I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to be me on this air. Like I don't care if you guys see it or not. True Crimes and Cars and Guitars says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. I love your audio. I couldn't care less about the video. I know. It's all about the video. Most of the views is on Apple iTunes. So it shouldn't really matter what's going on with the I'm going to cough, so let me mute this here. Oh, never mind. I guess I didn't mute it. Oh, well. I couldn't mute it. I had to do the thing. All right, so I'm going to be on Nicole Frolick's show. She was a guest here on it's the Enlighten Up podcast with Nicole Frolick. I think I'm coming on Tuesday. On Tuesday, my episode goes live. It was supposed to be this past Tuesday, but it turned out to be next Tuesday. So if you guys just search for, let me move that up, Nicole Frolick. I was called Frolick, Frolick. I guess if you're listening, Nicole Frolick, I think is how you're supposed to say it. NicoleFrolick.com. I guess if you want to check out the website or whatever. But I was a guest on her show, and we were talking about. Let me get rid of that. We were talking about doing inner child work, inner child healing, and I was curious about it, how that actually works. So she put me through a session, and it was amazing. I don't know I don't even know how to describe it, but it was weird because I had to put my camera on the thing up here, and it was like all in my face. So it was very odd, but I couldn't see it because she did it on Zoom, I guess. So, and Zoom and StreamYard are a little different. When you're doing it on Zoom, all I saw on the screen was her face, and like at the very top there's like this little tiny box. It's me, so it didn't really bother me that much. But she did send me a raw version of it before all the editing and stuff. I guess whatever, adding intros and outros and all that kind of stuff. So it was very emotional. It's a very emotional episode. I think you guys will enjoy it. I mean, if you like conflict, if you like me, you like Conflict Radio, whatever. I mean, if it's not your cup of tea, it's fine too. But I'll share it on Twitter and stuff, or X, whatever it is, and we'll deal with that. So I do want to talk to you guys about UFO disclosure. And I see that there's 175 people in here and nobody's really chatting. And I was kind of counting on you guys to kind of talk a little bit. It's our season 3 finale or season 2 finale. What do you guys think of season 2? Let me know. I mean, we do okay. We put too much time into a certain thing. I tried to, work it up a little bit. Obviously, we did this is the 36th episode, so we did 36 episodes in a year. That's whatever. Sorry, I'm coughing, guys. It's that time of year too, right? I've got my outdoor closet's got black mold in it that I've got to I can't fix the I sprayed it with bleach and everything once I discovered it. Like I went and got my Christmas decorations. Uh, this is let me show you guys Doc. Come here, Doc. He came up here to join us. See if I can get his face up on the camera. My little cutie. This cat is my buddy. He is so bonded to me. He sleeps right next to my pillow, right next to my face every night. You know how you toss and turn. Like one day, like maybe for a couple hours, you'll be laying on your left side, and then you'll flip over and lay on your right side. And when I'm laying on my left side, he'll sleep on the side where my face is facing. And when I roll over and sleep on my right side, he'll move over and sleep on my right and sleep on that side. He's next to me all the time. He's constantly harassing me, always knocking the controllers off the table. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything to mess around. He's Doc. He's Doc Holiday. I call him Doc. That's my cat. He's awesome. He hates everybody. If somebody comes over my house, he'll literally sneak up behind them and then bop them in the head with his paws. He doesn't like anybody else. I'm the only one he likes. Well, he likes my wife, but even like when my daughter comes out into the house or whatever, she's getting something out of the kitchen or whatever, he'll attack her feet. We got to have spray bottles all over the house to spray him, because he attacks everybody. All right, so I guess that's our show on the drones. I don't really know what else you guys want to talk about. I mean, it was a interesting season 1, that's for sure. Or season 2, we definitely learned a lot. We went to a lot of places. I think GSEC's coming up it's going to be in Charlotte this year. I don't know what date it's going to be, but I did see that it's going to be in Charlotte. I'm your Huckleberry. That's just my game. It's true. It's Doc Holliday. That's the cat. Like if Doc Holliday was a cat, that's the cat. He's just my buddy. So I guess I'm like Wyatt Earp or something. He doesn't leave my side. Every room I go into, he's in there. Except he leaves me alone here because I got my trusty bottle of water here. Sometimes he comes up on the desk and I mess with him a little bit, but all right. So I hit the mute button that time. The shows have been great, Conflict. They have been. They've been interesting shows. So yeah. So basically, I'm turning the whole desk around, and I'm gonna like have the chair like towards this window, and the monitor this way towards that way. So it's basically gonna spin everything around a little bit. And my wife, she does a lot of really neat crafts and stuff like things that you hang up in the window with crystals and things like that she wants to try to promote, by hanging it up behind me in the window and stuff and everything else. And we're also not going to be doing any more live shows. If we do a live show, it's going to be me doing shows like this where I'm chatting with you guys. And when I'm scheduling guests from now on, we're going to pre-record the shows. And that's just the way it's got to be because, sometimes, we get throttled so hard on YouTube that it just has to be done this way because they really get upset, and then, it really hurts the channel. So this way I can get everything approved, the entire show approved by YouTube before I release it. And that way I don't get popped. And let's see. I see Disco Tina's here. Oh, let's see who else is here. I guess it's all the same people. Yeah, the bat mom, Glocks and grippers. I'm looking for people I haven't mentioned yet. These are the voyages in the quantum vortex. Will G, Doreen. We missed you, LR. I wasn't gone that long. Blue is still here. Happy Plague Doctor. Okay. Yeah. Let's scroll down. Disco Tina. Orbs are GFW. The drones are Deep State. Oh, Galactic Federation. You know, I got to be honest, that whole thing just seems to fit with me. It really does. I honestly think I did a 20 and back. I really do. Um, that's something we're going to get into in season 3 a little bit more. So, I mean, that's where we're going to go. The Galactic Federation of Worlds. I mean, Elena Denon and Michael Sala, uh, Danny Henderson, Tony Rodriguez. These are some great guests, and they have so much to bring to the conversation. And if you go back and you look at I've listened to some of these conversations as these people have had years ago about what was coming, and it all hit right on the nose. It has. I think we're in for an interesting 2025. I really do. World War III, I mean, we're a month away, right? I mean, I honestly think if they're going to do something to try to start World War III, it's going to happen fast. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's got to happen fast. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen within the next 30 days. True Crimes, Cars, and Guitars says, I used to love to listen to Art Bell. Art Bell was the shit, man. It's such a shame that he killed himself over that stupid girl. Robert Bell says, do whatever you want. It's conflict radio. Just don't change the fine audio. I would miss being able to ask your guest questions in live time. Yeah, that's that's one of the things I guess that the show's gonna miss. But Jersey Dolphin says, wait, what about Art Bell? Yeah, Art killed himself. Yeah, he OD'd because he that fucking bitch girl threatened to tell his wife that they were having an affair. Look it up. What the hell was her name? Don't you guys know what her name was? She took over the show for him when he decided to back out. Not Quite Human is laughing. It's true. It's what I believe. That's what I believe. And I think that it was all covered up and put under the rug. He didn't die of cancer. That's not true at all. He OD'd on painkillers. And he had a note that the sheriff wouldn't release. He left a note and everything. Yeah, he OD'd. He killed himself. Heather Wade was her name. She actually lived on the property. Now, George Norrie was there before that happened. George Norrie came in a long time before Art Bell died. Probably like 10, 15 years, wasn't it? I mean, because Art did those weekend shows from the Philippines for a long time, and then he came back and did Dark Matter. Remember that show on Sirius XM? And then they came back with that other show, and then he did what? He did like 2 or 3 weeks. The bot mom says, "Where did you get that information?" When you're a podcaster, you get a lot of inside information. I honestly, I don't even remember where it came from. But yeah, I'm not the first person to say that to say it either. And True Crimes, Cars, and Guitars says, yes, that's true. He OD'd, suicided himself. It's true. That's what happened. And see, that's what we're talking about that now. The YouTube's going to nail me because I didn't say, what's the word you got to use now? You can't say that word. You have to say, unalived. He unalived himself. That's the thing you got to say now. That's what you have to say now. You can't say that word, so I'll probably get nailed for that. That's son of a fucking bitch. I can say that, but I can't say the S word. Unalive, yes. He unalived himself. That's what Art Bell did. Which is a shame. I mean, what are you going to do? Yes, it is. Yeah. You guys, on that store too, you get the conflict cup, the conflict coffee cup. There's conflict radio and coffee cup. There's no inflation, guys. It's all 2020 prices still. Oh, unalive. LOL. Yep, that's it. Yeah, we're always learning on this show. We really are. All right, so I guess Rick says, thanks so much for having me on. He's worried about his language. He says, I'm sorry I use cuss words. Like fucking fuck. You can cuss on conflict radio. I mean, I don't like to, but I don't like to when I have guests, but whatever. It is what it is. I want to talk about something else real quick before I let you guys go. You guys know see, look, you guys in the chat, give a thumbs up and everything else that you're supposed to do on the channel. Have you guys know about Nino Boxer, Nino Rodriguez, Nino's Corner.tv, Nino Rodriguez? You guys follow this guy at all? Let's see if I could do it. Coming at you live from the apocalypse, folks. Oh yeah. You guys know Nino Rodriguez? He has this guy on 107 all the time. Even still today, he's on like all the time. He's supposed to have this breaking news all the time about what's going on in the government. 107 knows everything about what's going on. And he's so full of shit. I am so sick and tired of freaking 107 and his bullshit lies, his no answers, bullshit all the time. Lies. The guy's lied to us for 4 years now about 2020 and everything else. Lies. And Nino still has him on all the time to spew more lies, never calls him out on the bullshit he's been saying for years and years and years. Still has him on all the time. I keep tweeting at him like, dude, this guy's your handler. He's your handler. You got to stop with the freaking 107 bullshit all the time. Oh, I'm so tired of it. GNR Lies. That was a great album. That was one of my favorite albums when I was in high school. And two sides were very different. One side was a little different from the other side. You guys remember GNR Lies? I mean, Appetite for Destruction was really good too, but GNR Lies was probably the best album Guns N' Roses ever did. There's an alarm going off for some reason. Sorry about that. I know you guys hate that shit, but I guess great album, business. GNR Lies. Nino Brown. No, not Nino Brown. Never heard of Nino. Nino Rodriguez. Yeah. Guys, they're fear mongers. And I want to talk about this because I truly believe that us as a society can manifest our own reality. We are manifesting what reality we're going into. We're manifesting it. We're making it real by our combined thoughts. And if you have these fear porn channels, that's what I like to call them, these fear porn channels. Everybody likes listening to fear porn, right? We all got the the Steve Quayle and Nino Rodriguez and all the stuff that's going on. Fear sells. Yeah. No, fear does sell. It's fear porn. It's what it is. It's addicting. It gets addicting. I've been turning it off. I haven't been paying any attention to it. The XR22 or X22 report and Rodriguez and we know and all that. I don't listen to it anymore because I don't want to be a part of manifesting that reality. I don't want to be a part of manifesting a World War III reality. I don't. I like the idea of us hang. I got a cough again. I'm sorry, guys. I got a cold. It is what it is. But try not to listen to it. Try not to get into it. Try to listen to positive things, to positive disclosures. Star Trek future is what we want. We don't want World War III. We don't want, all this fear porn. That's not what we want. We need to try to steer away from that because we are manifesting our own reality. We are manifesting it together. I really believe that. We are. We have to do it together. So turn that shit off. Turn it off. Stop listening to it. In Orville future, exactly. Biz, you're right on the nose. Doctor Strange, is Steve still alive? Steve is on Hagman and Hagman every week on Rumble, or it's not Hagman and Hagman anymore, I guess, because that one of them OD'd or something. So it's just or he unalived himself, right? So it's just Hagman. It's not Hagman and Hagman anymore. It's just one of them. But yeah, Steve's still alive. He don't look good. He's old as shit. He's getting old as hell. He don't look good at all. But like I said, turn it off. Turn it off. Stop listening to it. Get into, try to get into something a little bit more positive, a future. Seriously, that's where I think we all need to go. We all need to try to manifest something a little bit more positive. I really think that we could do it together. We can. We really can. And that's what I want to focus on with season 3 is I really want to focus on, the good in society and the good. I don't want fear. I mean, yeah, we can have curiosities without fear. Bigfoot's not scary, right? It shouldn't be. You shouldn't be afraid of Bigfoot. I think that's a lot of it. If you're afraid of something, you're not going to see it. The UFOs aren't going to appear in the sky for you because you're afraid, and they know you're afraid. They can sense it, like a dog, senses your fear. We have to manifest a brighter future together, and I think we could do that. I'll be honest with you. I'll be the first one to tell you I've been prepping the fuck out of shit. Getting ready for World War III and, the Civil War and the collapse of society and the collapse of the dollar and everything else. Like, I've been stocking up on all the shit you need, Canadian Prepper all the way, right? Watch Canadian Prepper. The world is ending, World War III is happening, I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't. I want to live again. I'm tired of living in fear. I want to live with hope. And I think that that's a good way to end the season, I really do. And I hope you guys have a great holiday. I hope you guys get to see family that you don't ever see. Yeah, buy toilet paper, Blue Chicken said. It's good to have toilet paper anyway, right? I mean, but honestly, like I used to go over my great grandmother's house when I was a kid. I remember my great grandmother. She was 98 when she died in 1991 or something. But I remember I used to go over to her house. Like, I guess it wasn't her house. Go over to my grandmother's house, and she was, like she lived with my grandmother. My great grandmother lived with my grandmother, and she always had there was always like in the bathroom at her house. There was always a washcloth, a wet washcloth hanging on the towel rack next to the toilet. And I'd be like, "What's with this wet washcloth?" My grandmother would be like, "Don't touch that. Don't mess with that. Don't ever use that." That's, I guess that's what my great grandmother used for toilet paper. She would use a washcloth, and she didn't use toilet paper her entire life. You start looking at $20 for a package of toilet paper, and you're like, what the hell am I doing? Like, a washcloth is free. My great grandmother did it. I could hang it up on the towel rack right here. Like, I use the washcloth, I wash it out when I'm done and hang it back on the towel rack. What's so hard about that? I saved $20 a week on toilet paper. And I mean, if that's where we're going, if we're going into a recession and World War III and everything else, if that's what we manifest for ourselves, we're gonna want to try to save money everywhere. Like, we're not gonna be able to get a hold of antibiotics or medicines. We're not gonna be able to. We're gonna run out of coffee. Like, these are things that's gonna happen. The Batman says that's not sanitary. What, toilet paper is? Toilet paper sanitary? You're wiping your butt with a piece of toilet paper that was put through what size factory? I mean, nothing sanitary, man. You're wiping your butt. Who cares? It's more sanitary than the shit you're wiping off your ass. All right, guys. Yeah, not the coffee. That's exactly it. I've been thinking of like wondering, like, can I grow my own coffee beans at home? Like, I'm looking at like coffee bean bushes. Can I get a coffee bean tree? Like what can I do to the way you're rinsing the rag? Yeah, I hear you, man. It is what it is. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I bet you there were a lot of people without toilet paper back in 2020. You couldn't find that shit anywhere. Remember that? Like, you'd have to be at the grocery store at 8 o'clock in the morning when they opened to run in there and grab like one of the two things of toilet paper that they had for sale. I did that. I had to do that one time. I was like, I'm never doing this again. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. There's a lot. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's see what's going on here. I took a picture of a TR3B I took in the cloud. Would you be able to pull it up? I took in the cloud. You better pull it up. No, I don't know. I'm gonna end the show. I really have to go to the bathroom. Like, I'm like literally doing the pee pee dance while I'm sitting down. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed season 2. Yeah, we'll be back. I got some stuff scheduled coming up in January. We'll be back in January. I'm still gonna do the old shows. You know, I'm not gonna get them done every night like I said I would. I try. I have good intentions, but it just doesn't go that way. Watch for the interview that's coming out on Tuesday on Nicole Frolic show, and I really hope you guys have a great Christmas. Remember, guys, regardless what happens, you're still gonna have to batten down the hatches and be safe. I hope you guys have a great Christmas. I love you all, and I'm out. That's the end of season 2. We'll see you next year.